Yay. All right, thank you. We're learning.
Okay. On the Facebook Protege group, if you're not in there, if you do not have a Facebook group, Facebook page, you can create one. You can make a generic name. You can make your real name, performance name. It's up to you. You can set it to private where you're only using it for a group. You don't have to be a Facebook follower, and do all the things to be a part of the group. You don't have to be in the group if you don't want Facebook, and that's not even a thing for you. It's okay. If you are in the Facebook group and you are not getting your notifications, you're like, that came up in the group and I didn't see it for 2 weeks, or you're not understanding what people were talking about it because you didn't see it, we're going to teach you right now.
All right. I think they can see the screen right
Okay.
now.
Can everybody see the screen from, okay.
There we go.
So we're going to go over to the menu for Facebook.
Right down
There.
here.
Yeah. Then you go down to settings and privacy. And I'll wait for everybody kind of like, then you go up to settings. And you scroll down.
Sorry, what?
Keep scrolling. Oh no.
Sorry, let me go.
Go back.
Let me go backward. Well, it worked in rehearsal.
We rehearsed this, just to let everybody know. Oh, go to groups. Wait.
Can I go back again?
Oh, yeah. Okay, you went
too far. I could go to groups. Oh,
I'm gonna move up to the screen.
All right, try that again.
Okay. Okay. Go down to settings and privacy. Thank you. Go down to settings. Where's the scrolling?
Let me move this real quick.
Oh yeah, we're gonna move you guys out of the way. Okay, scroll down on that. Go down to up to notifications.
All right, you can come and see me.
And then you're gonna scroll down there.
All right, next screen over. Come and see me, please.
Oh.
All right, so I'm scrolling down. Where do you want
Scrolling down. Go to groups. Scroll down. Now, this is where if you do not do Facebook at all and you want to just get notifications on your email because you're an email person, you would click over on the email. If you want it sending, if you have a Facebook group to your link to your text message, you click the SMS. I'm not going to do either of those. So we're going to click those off. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to pick the Protege group. You can do this for any group that you have. If you have a group with a team or a sewing group, you can pick this. Now, we have all posts clicked over because we want to see your comments, everybody's comments. It's not just about what's being posted on the group. If you only want to see the new post that's being posted on the group, you click highlights. This way you can see every new post that comes out with deadlines, reminders for Zoom calls, and stuff like that. Go ahead and scroll down. Please.
Oh, can you put that back up? Okay.
Scroll down. Or move them, I guess. Okay. See where it says push notifications, highlights are off. A lot of people have it already pushed off, and so you don't get the notifications when there's a post. So make sure that is definitely pushed on for you. And then you just clear out, and you can do that for any groups that you're in. Okay.
Hey, and screen sharing kind of worked out for us.
Okay. Moving on. Okay. Just change your image if you're an email person. Okay. Networking. on Facebook. I'm just talking about Facebook right now. Our friend list is opened. Not everybody's is opened. We do that for proteges to network and find other people in GLCC. So that increases your friends list. It is up to you who you friend and who you not follow, okay? When you're looking at someone's friend list and thinking about following them, do look to see who they are. How do they contribute to your burlesque journey? Are they fellow supporters and fans in your area and they're going to buy tickets for your shows and you want them to see your posters? Or are they fellow burlesque performers or instructors and you want to follow them? Do look to make sure it's not a pastor or a dad or a husband of someone before you click that friend and send a friend request. It can create issues. We've seen it. We felt the pain. So I just want to put that out for everybody. Okay. Oh yes. And I have gotten a message saying, please tell your stripper friends to stop sending me friend requests. I think that was yeah. So on that, and that was just us one time. It's been a thing for other people, and it can create a division in a troop, in a community, if you friend someone like their dad or their husband. Okay. So, oh, okay. At the very end of this call, if you want to stay on, I am going to give pointers that I paid for on how to increase your Instagram and all of that in your algorithm. So stay tuned for at the end of the call. So the class, yeah, end of the class.
Continuation.
Okay. We got that. Now we're going to be moving on to Instagram. We are not quite done with the announcements. We're almost there. You guys have been so patient, especially near the end when you see all your teammates come out and you're not there yet. So thank you. We try to divide it up so it's not all one team coming out. It's showing love intermittently for everybody. When I post something, I have your Instagram on the post. I send you an invite to collaborate. It is on you if you want it to go on your page. I would believe it only benefits you when it does you push that accept button and it goes onto your page. When we have 2 or more collaborate, it increases everybody's numbers on the likes and being pushed out to non-followers on the algorithm. So please accept the invite. Mentors, I know sometimes we don't want other people's pictures on our page. That's totally cool. It's also a thing saying, hey, don't forget to go like your protege and push the like button and make a comment. Okay. If you did not get a collab invite and it messed up or something, just send me a quick message and say, hey, I didn't get an invite. Can you do it again? And I will refresh it. On story, please share the stories. Even share the stories of your teammates coming up on the thing. That's only how we build our networking and algorithm. So on the algorithm, when we post and the collabs, we are able to reach 94% of our non-followers. So that's people that we don't normally follow, that don't follow us, are coming over to our page when we collab. So on that, we're going to go over. I'm going to give that at the notes at the end to boost. So we're going to talk about Canva. There are other programs besides Canva. I use Canva. And this is for...
Let me help you digress a little bit. Okay.
Digress.
So we're going to jump into
press
kind of.
And this is for everything. This is for your pictures, posters. We're going to talk about the program that helps you in all of your social media.
and we're hitting this in pretty broad strokes. All this information is out there for you to devour online, all the tips and things that we are giving. Um, things about social media to remember. Let's talk about real quick. Let's talk about persona versus everyday life.
Yes.
Okay, we present something as a persona. We even have a poor protege going through an identity kind of theft of their persona right now. These things are hard to protect. So don't cross your everyday life with your personas.
Try not to.
Try not to. Uh, because that can create a messy. And one thing I'm going to call out is if you're doing your burlesque persona and you're putting your sexy pictures out and you're putting your kids the very next post, you are exposing them. So do think about
especially on Instagram, the followers, I'm going to say I know who my creeps are, but they like everything and they don't send me dick pics anymore because they'll get unfollowed and they will get blocked. So when I put out a picture and then I put someone else and I'm promoting them, they're going to be going over to your page. Then if you put out a picture of your kid and I see that they are also liking a picture of your kid, I know who's creeping on your page. So I
there
know
are
it's
the
really
creepers
out there.
There are creepers. So be very careful with your persona and your real life.
We want to keep you guys protected too.
So
it's all on your choice too. Remember that is always your choice. We're just helping you give you helpful insights to keep everybody.
And I mean, this is not to be a debate. Well, I'm just trying to launch my daughter's modeling career off of my modeling career and things like that. That's not what we're trying to create. We're just trying to create an awareness that not everybody's going to understand or see your vision and what you're going to do. They're going to internalize it, personalize it, and make it icky.
Yeah.
But don't let that stop you because we're artists and we push through that. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm fair. I'm fair.
Thank you. Okay. So the announcements that I'm using right now, they are specifically for the Instagram size. Facebook is a different size of format. So when you use Canva or another program and they ask you what size of page you want, I use 1080 by 1080. That is the square. That is what I'm using for the announcements. However, for a picture of a beautiful person or a press kit where there's writing or a poster, I use the 1080 by 1350. That makes it more longer vertically. You can use that on your press kits and stuff like that. I recommend instead of the 1080 by 1080. That way it also looks better on Facebook. But remember that at the end, whenever you do something, you can always resize it. Okay. On press kits. I know you like to really go in this about page 1 and page 2. I'm going to go over page 1. Okay. You can create your own, or you can go and look at their suggestions on the sides. If you like their layout, you can choose that and change the colors. Okay, page 1, we usually have pictures and your contact information. That's your email, any social medias, your name, and the city that you're in. Don't let them keep wondering if you are a traveler and that you do internationally or that you can travel via the United States. Put that on there. Put your tagline. Draw them into your page of what they want to look at and further. What you want them to look at on the next page. And that is, why do you do burlesque? Any specialties other than burlesque, like if you are fire, if you are aerial, you do the lyra ring, you do the pole, those are things that you put on that second page definitely to bring them in about if you host, if you sing, do sing and fling.
Hang on, let me find you one. Who's got a good one?
Oh, it's way down.
You guys are all so beautiful. I just want to say.
Go up to the mentors. I think I put it on there. Or no, yeah, down. So any specialties other than burlesque, also in burlesque. If you are your specialty is horror, put burlesque. If it is weird, if it's nerd, if you do nostalgia, if you are someone that really does fans and boa and you're a classic, you really want to draw them into what type you usually perform at.
Are these press kits? Or are they just photos?
Yes. If you click on the second one, yeah, page 2.
All right. Here.
Sorry, page 2. Click that.
Yes, maybe. Hang on. Well, that's got write-ups. So,
Yeah, no, it's yeah. Click over again. Yeah. Okay, so this is last year's protege. It's a Vegas protege, Top Hat Cat. She had a description on the side. She put some pictures. She put the GLCC logo. It is up to you if you want to put the GLCC logo. You don't have to put it big. You can put it small in a corner saying, hey, I'm a protege. It does not have to be GLCC oriented on your press kit. This is about you, about putting it out to the rest of the world. She also used her business card. She put that on there on her third page and her logo. And then on our fourth post, we also put the team picture, the team poster.
Right.
There are so many. Yeah, go back to someone else's too.
I'm trying things in my way.
So when we did GLCC in 22, as proteges, the Colorado magazine asked us to do a press kit. And we had nothing. We didn't have any photoshops, any pictures, any write-up, or anything like this. This is to help you prepare for if someone says, hey, send me your bio or send me your press kit. This is a quick thing to send them so that if they're interested, they're like, hey, I want to know more.
Always have some pre-answered questions, and we kind of preempted you on your applications to start thinking that way. And always, if someone's interviewing you, control the tempo and the direction of the interview because it is your persona. Uh, we deal with this a lot with.
We've been led a couple of times on interviews, and that was not the way we wanted it to go.
Yeah. So anytime it's a press interview, make sure that you're putting out the information and they're giving the information of the persona you want.
Yeah, if you don't want to answer certain questions, give them questions that you kind of want them to ask you. Kind of lead it.
Stop sharing there.
Okay. Other than that, pictures. So on the 1080 by 1080 and all these other pictures, especially in a circle, it's really, you have to send sometimes the full picture and I have to crop it. You can't send it close up or then it throws off the whole circle. Just send the picture in its entirety or you can crop a little bit of it. See when you crop it if it is blurry. We want to make sure that your pictures are really clear for the circles and stuff like that. I think that's that on the Canva. I'm going to take questions in a minute on that. I hope that if your mentors don't know, because not everybody's working on Canva or other things, there are other people on your team. There are also us. You can work together and saying, hey, does this look eye appealing? Sometimes I have done a poster and just changing the background of the color, it made my eyes rest and relax. Sometimes we get carried away and we over clutter or we bring certain colors in and it makes our eyes not adjust well. And what do you want them to key in on? Do you want a certain thing bolder or bigger for them to key on?
Okay, let's find the back poster real quick. I'm sure we can.
Oh, I do want to drop this. If you are a producer or you are new to producing or if you are adding posters, please put the city and state that you are in or that the show is in. It is a lot of times we're like, well, we don't know where that venue is. Is that somewhere we're visiting? Is it somewhere in Vegas that we don't know
All
because
right.
there's 5,000 venues?
Here's one
Do
I'm going to
put the
share.
city.
All right, I don't know who it is. Nobody we know. All right, here's one we're going to share. And it's not bad. I'm not saying it's a bad poster. I actually like the design. It's got a clickbait to it. But let me share the screen again here real quick. Dun, dun, dun. Instagram. All right. Okay. Just right off, if we look at this poster, we'd have to click in to really
They
try
look at the pictures of the people.
to see the pictures of the people. I don't know if I can do it from this angle. So the writing of your stars, we should have their names pop, you know. So let's keep that in mind. We want to be able to see our cast. We want to know who they are. Their names should pop. They're all important. Okay. So I mean down here, these are popping. These are popping. But okay, I don't know where this is or the location or the city. So if I don't
A lot of people
personally
will
know,
not go look at the write-up unless they see that it's at a place already that they know or a town that
or
they're
a person they know.
and then they'll go look
Oh, I guess
at
it's
everything else.
ATL, Atlanta, maybe.
Atlanta.
Okay.
No,
And then
yeah,
clickbait,
Atlanta.
clickbait. So, and then we go to the write up
I think one ATL 1 and 2. In Atlanta, first and second, 1 and 2.
outside the ATL 1 and 2 con floor.
Okay, so then we have to go to the writing. So Atlanta,
Maybe.
Georgia would be great. Like even if it was typed up at the little of the bottom, you want to really clue people into where you're at.
So now I have to kind of go on a search because okay, evidently this is some kind of pole con or performers con.
Because we learned that by their hashtags.
All right. And so if you miss hashtag something, you're kind of killing your thing. But I think that's made the point. I don't want to. I'm not trying to tear someone.
So if
apart.
someone we went to a show, we didn't know that it was a empowerment mental health awareness show. It was kind of triggering. Um every act was on their mental health, that performer. And some of the warnings, the posters, I cried. Like the whole burlesque show, I cried.
Coming from a woman who developed an act to make an audience cry on purpose.
So do you put trigger warnings or put it on the poster if it's a mental health or if it's
be clear
going to
what
be
it's
about suicide or something like that? Give a little hint. We also, if it's a polesque, do put polesque. Draw people in that is a polesque and burlesque.
Oh my God, that was so good show.
It was such a good show.
We
had no idea that it was going to be that. And so sometimes people like being surprised. Some people, if you want them to go to your show, hire you, you have to let them know what you do. Like Mickey is all about horror. She raps. She works with her son. Everything on her page is pretty much designed for that. Her press kits and stuff like that. It's bringing you to that.
Okay. And then a big deal. It is a big deal to share and tag. When we built our following, we have a real following. We've built that from friending people, liking stuff, actually engaging the page.
I'm gonna go over the hints in a minute.
Okay, there you go.
But before I move on, this is where can we listen to them?
Yeah, they can.
Okay. We're gonna take any questions about press kits or Canva or any programs like that.
All right, we're gonna mute you.
I have a question about the press kit. Are you talking about it being like electronic online, as far as an image press kit? Are you talking about it being a PDF? Are you talking about it being both? Your mic is muted.
Thank you. Thank you for asking that a question. All of the above. So on Canva, when you download, you can download it as PNG, and that is for the best digital for posting it on Instagram and Facebook. You can also download PDF and print quality, and that is great for printing, especially if you're going to be taking it somewhere.
If you're a producer and you're producing, having a program like Canva. Back in the day, we did what was it? It was all Microsoft
Yes.
PowerPoint. I did
And-
everything with PowerPoint.
And
back in
let's
the
just
day.
say in 23, someone was charging me $50 a poster. So let me just tell you how Canva doesn't even cost a fraction of that.
Yeah. So it's if you're going to do any marketing for yourself or your show, or you're going to produce even a little capacity, the professional level that that program can bring to your product is worth the money. So, and we're not getting paid, no paid endorsement, but we should call them up and be like, hey, you owe me money.
So yes, print up a couple, have them on hand or whatever, but definitely it is more for digital because everybody is now digital. Okay, go ahead and mute us, and if anybody else has questions.
Any other questions?
All right, me. Is this, oh, let's see if I can put it. Is this the program, Canva? Could you see it? Was that the one?
That is the one.
Okay. Okay. Okay, perfect.
Go ahead and mute her, and then
Oh, she can.
I'll mute.
okay, and then unmute us.
We're good.
Okay. There are different programs and there are free programs. Canva does have a monthly, or you can pay for the yearly, or they have free programs where we use the Pro. So if it has Pro, you have to pay for it. If it's a blank that doesn't have the little crown at the bottom, you can use it free on Canva.
The photo editor, you've been dropping backdrops. Something new we discovered, and
So-
it doesn't leave the AI outline.
Yes. So if you don't have an iPhone, like I don't, I have an Android. The Pixel Cut has been working really great instead of some of the free apps. You have to like black out the background and then it leaves it very pixelated, or it looks a lot of AI-ish. Look for a program that can take out your background sometimes, that you can use for posters, and you don't have like this in the background, and you can have a really good image of yourself.
Yeah, and green screens. Let's talk about green screens. They're very cheap. They're a nice investment. We should actually be using one instead of you looking at, a tree in Las Vegas, I guess. It's a nice scene. But green screens are a nice investment. They're cheap, and the software out there, for your camera, your phone cameras can Zoom integrates green screens now. So now you could be anywhere and not use an AI filter to cut you out and put you in. Take your photos live. Do your own headshots. Do your own makeup. Save your money, because yes, I love photographers and they need our money because we need to keep that art alive too. But we can't pay for a headshot or something every time you turn around. And when you pay for your shots, stop paying for shots you're not going to use. Hold your photographers accountable. They're okay with being held accountable. If they're not, you're not working with a professional photographer.
If you send me a picture for me to use, I need to be able to cut that out. I love being able to attach a photographer to your post because that only increases the numbers. But also, if I need to brighten that picture up because the lighting, not you, I'm not putting a filter on you. I'm putting a lightening up the picture so it
Advertises better.
for advertising. If the photographer then messages me and says, you can't do that because it's my photo, and the person doesn't own their photos, it creates a whole thing. So make sure that you own your photos, that you can change the lighting of your photo to whatever you want. You can crop it if you only want to use your feet, that you have the right to only use your feet or your head.
Beautiful, lovely.
So
I'm taking that as consent to use your foot photo.
Yes. I don't like when other people own my stuff. Okay. I did want to say remember on the Canva, and I know there's other apps, when you download it and after you've said PNG or whatever, for the digital, at the end, when it finally downloads, it has this little screen that pops up and says, do you want to resize it for Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever? It gives you all these options. Go ahead and click that if you have those different social medias. That way you have your format in different sizes and you don't have to go back and redo it. Okay,
Canva.
we're going to do any more questions and then I'm going to go into the tips.
All right. Any questions on what have we covered so far? We've covered kind of some Facebook and Instagram basics, and we've covered Canva use and how important that can be to your branding.
Hey
And
guys, I have a question.
Yes.
This is Mickey. What about posting a video? Does Canva take video or not?
Canva, you can make. Oh, good. Is it ours on?
oh yes, you're good.
Thank
Yeah,
you for
it's on.
asking. So if it's a video from you, you can make it into a reel on Instagram and you don't have to go through Canva.
All right.
And I can teach you that later. We can do a reel class and video editing class.
No, but just for the
promo.
promo.
If you want a promo where it's like different slides, or if it's one slide and it goes on for 5 seconds or 10 seconds, it's the same picture. You can also have that. It has on the options to make it into a video, or you can create it newly as a video and it's already set up for you to put
Canva.
your
On Canva.
Yes.
on Canva.
So short
All right.
answer, yes.
Yes. And you can make different posters and it already links them all together.
That's the paid version.
Yes. Well, not all of them.
Okay.
It has to, the only thing that has the crowns at the bottom you have to pay for. If it's doesn't have that, it's free. So there's different options. Yes.
Maybe we'll do a play class later on when we just go on play on Canva.
Yes.
So video editing will be coming, sound editing will be coming soon.
So stay tuned to that and we'll put that list out soon. Does anybody else have any questions before I go from Canva? Or and I say Canva, I should be a spokesman for that.
Mm-hmm.
There's other things out there. That's the easiest for me to use.
Yeah, she pops on her tablet and 5 minutes later she
I was
has
very graphic illiterate when we started out in social media and all that stuff, and that was the easiest program for me to use. And someone was charging me $50 a poster and I realized they were using Canva for free and charging me. And I was giving them everything to put on there. And they were having it done in 5 minutes. It was
but
crazy.
they were waiting 3 days to give us a product. So
anyway,
it was a con.
So now any more questions before I
That's them. No.
okay, any more questions? Well, I didn't know if we had the
That's doing it.
okay. Here's the nitty-gritty. Okay. First, I'm going to talk about hashtags. All you have to look at sometimes is on the Google and say dead hashtags. And then it pops up with like at least a minimum of 5 hashtags that are considered dead. When you put a dead hashtag on the group with all your other hashtags, it doesn't matter what you put else, it slows down your algorithm. I don't know why they have it, but it's just a new thing. I wanted to share that about dead hashtags. When you use a hashtag, look at the number that is on the post that other people have used that same hashtag. If it is between 500 and 3,500, jump all over it. If it applies to you, use that hashtag all the time because enough people use it, but not too many where you're not going to be drowned out by 500 other people posting the same day.
Okay, should we do an example then? Let me find.
You have to Instagram.
Okay, so let's go back over here to share. We're going to share the screen again. I hope this has been working.
So if you guys want to tune out, you guys can leave. If you guys got your information, this is totally like on you guys if you want to stay for this part.
Yeah, kind of. Right.
And while he's figuring that out, I am going to tell you a little hint that we started doing. We are Google reviewers. So act like you're going to post something.
Okay.
They're going to see our pictures.
Open Legends. I don't do this on the computer a lot.
I know. It's all on the side.
How do we post?
Go to the bottom. No, on the side. Scroll down.
Right here.
No. On the very, very side. There you go.
Right there.
There you go. A little plus.
There we go. All right.
Okay. While he's doing that, we are Google reviewers. At the end of our Google review, especially when it's a really good one, we put our amperstamp for our Instagram. Especially if it's we have different Instagrams between the few of us. We put the Instagram, especially Bones and Gabby, that we want people to go and follow us on that. We have gotten lots of new followers from just posting on Google reviews. So if you're leaving a great review for a venue, especially that had a burlesque show and they allowed our art in, you want to post and say, thank you for having this awesome show. And I really enjoyed it. And you can say anything about that. I was the person, blah, blah, blah. And leave your amperstamp at the end. And then people go and follow you. So that is a way to get extra followers on your Instagram without paying for them. And while he's still doing that, I'm going to give you tips. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, go up to the right up.
Yeah.
Okay, and then push hashtag. We're just going to start with hashtag.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do hashtag. Whoops. Hashtag burlesque journey. And this is one that I've been using lately. Should say how many posts, I don't have my glasses on.
It says 1,092 posts on burlesque.
Okay, so I'm going to say that's at least 50 less than when I started because I put over 50 on there. So it's a lot, but it's not a lot to where if someone looked at that hashtag, they would find our stuff, pictures of you guys.
All right, go ahead and let's add location. How important is the location?
Especially let's say Las Vegas locals. That's a lot.
Yeah, over 400,000.
Yes. So sometimes we put that, especially if it's not on our picture, we put it in the hashtag so people know exactly where the location is. I have been putting proteges hashtags of your burlesque area of where you're at, and also Las Vegas burlesque, and also your hashtag name. Now, some of you guys have names that are hashtagged used by other people. And you have 500 to 1,500 on your hashtag of your name. Some of you haven't had but 3 posts. I like putting your hashtag of your name so that if someone ever looks you up, those pictures of your name automatically comes up.
Go ahead and hashtag Bones and Gabby.
I think we do adventures of Bones and Gabby. We should. Did I mess up?
It. You capitalized it. That's weird, but that's okay.
You come up.
Oh, what do you want it to?
Because it's capitalized.
No, it's because there's not enough hashtag. Ah, there we are.
Here we go. Okay, we have 172 posts. So if someone looks up our hashtag and puts in our names, our hashtag comes up. They can go look at 172 pictures of us or someone that has used our hashtag. So this is going to be the hint for later on. Using hashtags. It's going to be, I'm not going to share it right now. It's going to be for the end of this. Okay. For the boost for your Instagram, you want to do the minimums of 50 heart likes on comments. You can
Okay.
delete that.
Before you jump on in, go ahead and put a location. And locations are important because when you add a location, I already put the location.
Oh.
Like down here. Do you see what I'm talking about? You got to put your glasses on. Sorry.
I'm old.
So down here below it,
Yes,
below your
the red dwarf. Yes.
So we put it that this is the red dwarf. I think it is the red dwarf. I'm not 100% sure. No, there's dollar bills on there. I don't know where that is, but I look young, so it's got to be Texas someplace. All right, add collaborators.
Mhm.
So we're gonna put Bones and Gabby on this, right?
Let me take it off caps lock.
There we go. So we did that. We're gonna add Bones and Gabby Adventures. We're gonna add Bad Bones, and
I
then we're
think you
gonna
can add up to 6 people. So you can add Gabby's gifts if you even wanted to.
yeah.
But we're not going to even share this.
Yeah, well, for a second we can. I can kill it later, and then you hit share. See how fast our computer runs while it's live, huh? All right. So we're not going to do that. But I don't know why it wanted us to monetize that, but computers.
All right, now delete it.
Well, then I was going to show how you
Oh yeah, go
like,
over to messages.
notifications and things. I don't know. I don't think share.
So over here, when you put notifications, this is where you look for any of your invites to collab.
I don't think we have any right now.
I don't think we have any.
I want to do that. So I'm here. I know what show that is. All right,
Now
we're gonna
delete our
stop
picture.
sharing. Yeah, it's fine. It's gone. Here we go. Now we're back.
Oh, you deleted our post?
It didn't go already.
Oh.
All right. Anyway, we're back.
I saw it on the site.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Hang on. Well, I'm not sharing the screen anymore, so
Okay.
you're all.
I'll let you delete that while I'm on. And okay, so 50 are, I'm going to go on to Instagram. Go into,
Oh, do you want to share screen again?
yeah, deleted that one, right?
I'm working on it.
Sorry, I'm impatient.
You
On the comments for, and this is where we go into the hashtags. If you want people to follow you, go to a common hashtag that you normally post on and go to other pictures that are on that hashtag.
Oh, do you want me to share screen? Can I do that?
Yes.
We'll delete that.
When you do, you go and like their picture first, and then you go over to the comments section, especially when they have more than 10 comments that are not just them replying. And you want to hit the heart button on the side to say you like their comment. That then sends a notification to that person that you liked their thing. And then most often they're going to come and look at your page to see who you are. When they do, you want to have a good picture on your post, or have things pinned to the top of your grid
Okay, so
that
tell me
are
what you
attractive.
did again, so we could show them. Go to search,
Okay.
and then what do
For
we do?
what?
Whatever you
Oh,
just said.
oh, hashtag. Go to a hashtag.
All right, then type in a hashtag. Type in a hashtag. So now we've gone to Burlesque Journey hashtag, and it's going to bring up a lot of posts.
Go down, scroll down.
Let's scroll down.
So then you find someone that maybe looks similar to you, or
Did we already load that? Yeah.
or that you like,
Okay.
and that you want them to follow you. You go like their picture, make a comment on their picture. You like their outfit, their costuming, they look hot, their hair, whatever. Be truthful, be real. Click it, then go to the comments. No, her comments.
Oh,
The little circle at the bubble at the end next to the heart.
okay, there we go. Comments right here.
And she doesn't have any.
No,
So then,
no. That's
So
another good.
then you go to someone else, a different post,
Here's a good one.
and look for someone that has comments.
She doesn't have comments yet either.
Well, this isn't very helpful. When he finally finds it,
It's got a lot of likes, but no, how do these not have comments?
okay, so here's another thing. If you are on someone's team, go over to their pictures, make comments. That is how you help network and link you guys together.
There's some comments. There we go.
So then you go over and okay, now everybody can see the screen. Go over and do the hearts and try to look to make sure that you're not clicking on the creepy ones, unless that's what you want on your page. So if they have eggplants and splashes and stuff like that, do you want that on your page? Then don't click that heart. I try not to click heart likes on any of the person's replies to that person that are below. Because you're just saying that to that person, you're coming over and poaching all their people. Okay, so now that he's done this, each day, try to do at least 50. I try not to go over 50 because it's around 100 that you can get locked out and then you can't like other people's stuff.
Let me go to another page to show them real quick how to accept a collab.
Okay, before we delete someone there.
God, you're so emphatic about it. I'm gonna leave it up there just because of
Oh my God, if he's being on the, okay, so I am very picky about what's being posted. And so like, of course, it's a picture of us on the GLCC page. So I'm like, after the hearts, go and try to make 50 likes of people's posts. Friends, people that you want to come over and follow you, at least like their page, like their post. And if you really want them to follow you, go and hit their follow button too, because most of the people will not follow you unless you follow them, and vice versa. If later on you follow people and that you're liking all their stuff and they haven't came over and liked your stuff at all for 2 weeks at least and haven't hit the heart button, you go ahead and unfollow them. If they're not contributing to your page, it's okay to unfollow them. Okay, Instagram is different than Facebook. People will get really, I'm going to say this word, butthurt on Facebook when you unfriend. So when you push that unfriend button, make sure that you are willing. Is that someone that's in your network or in your community?
Which kind of brings us to type of account. There are 3 types of accounts, I believe, on Facebook. You have personal, you have like professional, and then you have business.
Mm-hmm.
Each one of these has different features and factors. They can friend you with some of those accounts, or they can only follow you with some of those accounts. So be aware of what kind of account you're using. We have different ones, and our personal one where we have friends is the most powerful because people want to feel like your friend over just following you.
Mm-hmm.
Because then there's a two-way connection, because I follow you, you don't necessarily have to follow me back.
On Instagram, it's a different kind of vibe. So know that when you're doing your 50 likes of people on their post, so each day, you're also increasing the algorithm for that's what comes up on your feed. So if you're hitting like on this one person 5 to 10 times on their post, they're going to be coming up on your feed more and you're going to see them. So if you really don't like them or it's not aesthetically to you and you don't push 10 likes on their page so that they're coming up on your thing.
Right. Remember, your algorithm is gonna...
Example. Somebody pushed the like button on a lot of pug pictures because he has a thing for pugs. Well, he was on the GLCC and Bones and Gabby instead of our dog page. So now pugs come up on our feed on our burlesque. So do watch what you like because that's what comes up on your thing.
And your algorithm will try to match what you're looking at to what you're putting out.
Mhm.
So it can throw off what your content going out and who's it going to.
So we go to the 50 to 50, and then we're going to do at least 10 comments. If you can at least make 10 comments on different people's pages on their post, You're increasing your algorithm and you're also increasing your followers. They do not have to be followers of you already.
All right. We're going to talk about the dark side of Facebook.
No, not yet.
Right.
Okay. So while you're doing this and you're doing the hashtag and you're looking at other people's pictures, trying to bring them over to you, one, you have to have a picture on your Instagram that's newer. It's a newer post. It takes 24 to 72 hours a lot of times for people to see that post in their algorithm. So even if they're your friends, it sometimes takes 3 days for them to see what you posted. On that, to bring them into your post, put a different thing on the story that's similar to your post and say, hey, come and check out my post. So when people see the on Instagram, go over to Instagram.
Okay, so let me share the screen. Takes a second, okay?
When you see their circle on their Instagram lit up, and he's going to show you an example.
What are we looking for?
People. Are normal people. Like, go to the top.
Wait, probably right here.
Yeah. We'll click her. She has a highlight on her circle. That means she has a story.
Well, she has some safe stories.
Oh, she has some safe stories.
All right, let's find a fresh story.
Let's see fresh stories. There we go.
They only have green, don't they?
No, they're like
Hmm.
oh yeah, that's better.
I know. So
We have to rearrange ours. Billy Goat. She got him. No,
yeah,
just
she's
say,
got a story.
okay, story.
So it's red highlighted. It's not
So
green.
it's when it's highlighted around their circle, that means they have a new story. A lot of people, when they go down there, see if they want to follow someone, they look at that circle and they might click that because that means that person is actively on their page more than someone that posts once a month. They go over to that circle, they hit it, and they see the story. Is it something that's going to bring them in? Is it something they want to go look at that page now? So we look at the story, we say,
The whole Star Wars thing's got me. I want to turn on the sound.
so yes,
Can I
he's Star Wars, and so that brings him in. He's going to go look at our page because he's into Star Wars. If it's burlesque, if it's anything you want to put on your story, you want to bring into your page, to your post. Okay, so do know Billy Goat on Instagram is Daphne Diablo, one of the proteges for GLCC. So you can click out in that now.
Oh, I love this one. Look at that. All right, so
okay, and so as an example, the top 3 pictures that are on the grid, when someone goes and looks, they usually look at the first 3 to 6. On your first 3, do you have a picture that's pinned that you are trying to increase your likes on? Is it a picture that is appealing, that it is also a draw to you for them to continue looking at your page? If it's a picture of a flower, unless it's a flower gardening page, they're not going to continue looking at your page. So if they want to look at a burlesque performer, it's going to have to be one of your photo shots or a short reel of you in burlesque. Okay. So at least one post every 3 days to keep your page fresh with people coming into it to look at it. And they say picture reel or picture reel picture, that every 2 to 3 pictures that you post, you should have a reel. Reels increase algorithms and it gets non-followers. However, you can't always do a reel.
all right, let's show an example of a do not on Facebook. And I hate to use this person as an example, but yeah.
I was like, I don't know what you're doing, so I can't see
going
yay
to
or nay.
share someone's profile. They have a wonderful profile. We're gonna share.
You know this is being recorded, so this person could.
I know. I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna do anything to his suit. I promise. He's not today. Yeah, let me open that back up. All right, let's see if we can share the screen. Share. Oh, there it is. Facebook. Okay. So we love this person, but one thing they do is they put out a lot of great stuff.
Oh yes. My favorite legend, Georgette Dante.
It's not your favorite legend. You have a favorite. They're all our favorite.
They're all our favorite. She's a hoot. So when she posts a lot of good stuff, a lot of information, costumes, past previous performers, actors, everything. She has so much, but she posts at least probably 9 times a day. So when she says, "Hey, Bones and Gabby, did you see my post?" Usually it takes 24 hours to 3 days for it to come up on our feed. However, because we like her things a lot, she comes up within 12 to 24 hours. However, she puts 9 things, a lot of we lose it.
Yeah.
So
See, I mean, she's got some great stuff, but one like. But that should have like just a tremendous amount of likes. But because she's posting so much, no one's absorbing her content.
yes.
So the control your content. Point being, control your content. Less is not necessarily more, but
More is yeah.
and more isn't always better.
Yes. So if you put out your show poster, especially with a picture, because a lot of people, when it's a poster, they'll look over it unless it's got pictures of people on it.
Clickbait is so important.
Yeah.
I mean, just scrolling through.
Because that's got a picture of someone, I'm more drawn in than just a whole bunch of writing. So where was that?
All right. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
start.
So
See, this is a
clickbait,
good one. Look
so
at that. That's a good clickbait.
It brings
And
you
now,
in, and then you're gonna want to read the write-up.
Now, if she had a poster behind this, I would probably look at the poster.
Yeah.
And
See, and if she said, "See slide 2, blah blah blah," she might see my show poster.
So, but all I got out of this was that.
But you pushed the link.
I did go to the link. So it did draw me in.
So definitely, if you want a picture to bring people in, and you to the write-up, you want a great picture. If it's not on a poster. Okay. Stories are important. Put your pictures on the stories. It does not
Put it out as many stories as you can, as
Yeah.
you want. Lately, I noticed the most powerful stories have been just black and white. Hey, I got my hair cut today. And 200 people looked at it and put a million hearts on it.
Yes. And on
Weird.
Facebook and Instagram, you can go over, and when you click on your story, you have to be on your Instagram or Facebook. Click on your story. At the very bottom in the left corner, it says viewers. Click on viewers. Have you ever done that? Click on it, because I'm going to tell you, you're going to see who's looking at your page that's not pushing the like button, who was your ex from 20 years ago, who's your enemy, who's your friends, who you want to go, that are coming over to see your page, show you some love. Go over and show them some love. So look at your stories, look at the viewers on that.
Yeah. These are your potential fans. You've got them drawn in. Now,
It also lets you know what attracted people. I can look at one story and see, wow, 200 people looked at the story, but why only 20 people looked at the story or didn't click any likes? So that lets you know, was it something good? Was it something bad? Was it drama, trauma, or beauty? Because that's what people usually like or do faces on: drama, trauma, beauty.
Okay, so some other points about your social media and your character. Remember, your social media needs to have a goal. If it's just to share your life, then share your life. Hey, this is Greg. This is who I am. This is me at the beach. This is me doing this. This is just me sharing my life. Now, if it's a persona, you need to give the who, what, where's, whens, and why. Why are you doing it? Where'd you do it? Who'd you do it with? Who took the picture? Answer all the questions in your write-up. Answer all those questions, because people are going to want to know. So when you're pushing your persona forward, are you just giving them eye candy, or are you selling them something? So like if I'm trying to get you to my OnlyFans, I'm going to give you pictures that are going to entice you to OnlyFans. I'm
But
not
not
going
the picture in its entirety, because you want them to come and look
Okay,
at your
your
OnlyFans to buy your picture.
All right, so if I'm selling pictures, I need to remember, hey, this is a commercial page where I'm selling pictures. So pictures of me eating pasta, unless that's their kink, is probably not going to go over as well. So remember your marketing. All right, are you to inform? So, hey, I want to be an informative page and I want to teach people. Well, then you need to make sure that you are following the market that wants to learn and that they are following you back. So you need to have a consistent message. And when I say consistent message, I don't mean just changing your views. I mean the tone in which it's presented.
If it's a pot page and you're about at being advocating cannabis, that's what it needs to be. If you're about costuming and sewing and sharing those tips, that's what that needs to be. If it is about everything about who you are, that's what it needs to be announced on the pages. Like, this is me in my whole entire life. Yeah. These are my adventures.
So are you informing people to educate them, informing them to entertain them? So those
educate, entertain. What's the other one? There's three.
Yeah, there's three. Educate, entertain, and just amuse. Like general amusement.
Inform.
Well, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Educate,
We'll
yeah.
think about it.
All right. That's
So what is your purpose for posting?
Why are you posting?
When you are networking and posting a picture at a show of your cast, don't forget to name who's in the cast, or don't name them all. Like, don't name it at all. If you only name one and you leave out the other ones and you don't say, hey, and there was a great performances and I don't know everybody else's Instagrams or Facebooks.
Hey, please tag them up.
Please tag me in the comments and I'll add you. It saves you so much heartache for people being hurt.
We go through, we meet a lot of people, and we go to a lot of shows, and we tend to kind of reserve our social media presence to just our branding.
So, like, last night was a wonderful night. We got to see legend Tiffany Carter perform. We got to see Grand Champion 23, Pistol Holiday from GLCC perform one of his acts. We got to say 22 first and third place perform last night. And then there was proteges that were in the troop act that we got to see and that were also kittening. So there was probably and old mentors. There was at least 10 people there last night that were either in GLCC now or previous. Soon we're going to post about that and we're going to tag them all up, and that's just going to increase the networking.
Okay.
Plus, we loved everybody. Last night was a blast.
It was so good. So you guys that were in the show last night, thumbs up to you.
Yes. So, and then when we post, we're going to make sure that we put that it was by the Burlesque Hall of Fame, and about seeing their show for the next one. You always want to promote, if you go see a really awesome show, promote their next one. Say, hey, go to the next show, buy tickets for them. We want to continue this art, and it's only going to be by collaborating with other people and promoting the art as it's in its whole.
All right, let's talk a little bit
I was
about
going to give the tips.
tips.
Finish the tips, and then we're
the dark side a little bit though, for Facebook, because that's important.
Don't forget. You threw me off at the dark side.
All right. Well, I know it's part of the tip thing.
It's fine.
All right,
It's fine.
So a lot of tips. Let's talk about the dark side of Facebook. There is a dark side to Facebook. We don't see it as much on Instagram. It's just a different vibe.
Instagram's about good vibes.
Facebook, okay. Control your narratives. If somebody comes on your page and they're trying to trash what you're doing, they don't have the right to come over and do that. They can go trash you on their own page. Okay.
However, we have found when you comment and come back at them, you're bringing on their energy of whatever they're saying, and then you're putting that energy and giving them
your life
and saying their name in that life,
heat.
And then you're putting it out to the rest of the world of you guys having issues back and forth. You don't have to bring that energy onto your page or even
into your business.
If
someone has a complaint, the way we handle it is we let them have their rants on Facebook. What they put on their page and what they say on their page is their page to say.
Mhm.
But we always have a statement ready if someone questions us. And it's we try to think it out. But most of the time when people are ranting on you, you don't even know what they're saying.
It's darned if you do, darned if you don't. I'm going to tell you, it's better to not comment
Yes.
sometimes and
Yeah.
create and bring that energy and have that. Let things settle down, be cool and collective, and think things through. And sometimes it's just better not to comment.
All right. And even on random posts, I'll comment on something and say like there was a name discussion, and I have to remember not everybody thinks it the same way I do. So when I say make sure you bring compromises to the table, it doesn't mean that you have to compromise on your name. It means, hey, if you change your name, I will help you market your new name.
Or hey, make suggestions for their change of name, like, hey, have you thought about this? Because I see that you do this, or it's close and it's not infringing on my name totally, but it's your own brand.
Yeah. So whenever you go into a business conversation, you always bring negotiation points, things that you're willing to bend on, things you're not willing to bend on. You know,
Know it before you go into a conversation.
Yeah.
Especially with anybody on Facebook, try to bring it off of Facebook to where it's a
conversation. Yeah.
Have conversations with people so it's not a drama thing.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with recorded Zooms. People act differently when they think someone else is looking. If they can control a narrative through texting, and people who aren't willing to put things in writing, you have to be a little about, but be careful of that somebody who's putting all the information in
And
it.
the reason why we're also going this is because a lot of you guys are new to troops and your community burlesque area. Troops are really great in a way. They keep you safe and they give you opportunities, and they give you a group that you can perform with and practice and stuff like that. It also can be dangerous, especially if you're doing screenshots and sharing it to other people. They share that also.
Narratives can be
Mhm.
manipulated through
Yeah.
screenshots, half stories, people delete things, people cheat. People will
Yes.
cheat. Your success will, even some of your friends will, what's
Mhm.
called, through their teeth. Oh, you're doing so
Yes.
great. Just all the time knowing that they wish they could be doing it. Okay, how do we deal with this? Positivity kills negativity.
Just
Positivity
be
kills
positive all the
negative.
time. It doesn't matter if they're mean to your face or you're mean to you on Facebook. Just be positive and have your boundaries and just keep going. Don't be ugly back, because on
That
Facebook,
will get you.
it will get you and it will burn you in the burlesque community. So I think that's,
Yeah, we're not going to close on that.
we're not
Now,
going to close on that, but
let's talk about the positivity. Whenever you feel negativity is coming at you, especially in the social media world, find something positive to post, some win. I don't care if it was from 6 years ago. Find a win that makes you happy to shield yourself from the emotional hurt that your current rival.
yeah,
So they're not your enemy.
Yeah.
They
sometimes it's just perception and other people have said things. You just take a step back and remember your positivity and post something positive.
because there's going to be wrong information.
This was a lot. We covered parts that are not usually in our class because I have been looking at people's Instagrams and they're at around 129 to 300 followers. And they've had their Instagram for over a year. That should be over 1,000 at least. If you're interested in growing that, these tips at the end, that's how you grow that.
All right, big tip, especially for Instagram. Find your friends on Instagram and say, hey, this is my friend on Instagram. Post one of their cool pictures on your story and say, like and share. This is one of my fellow proteges. This is my teammate. Like, follow, and share their stuff. Do that on your stories. That's how we're gaining. That's how your followers are coming to follow us.
And vice versa.
And vice versa. Yeah, trust me, once you start putting your press kits out and you start trying to promote your pages within GLCC in that network, people are going to come over. They're going to sniff.
You should have at least 1/10 of a follower.
1/10 of a follower.
No, really. By the end of it, you should have at least 20 people, because not everybody in GLCC that's doing it will follow you. But you should at least have your team and your mentor and your legend and us following you. And I realized that I was not following everybody as I was posting them on their announcements, but I am now. As soon as I post your announcement, I go and follow you if I hadn't before.
So yes, this network is super, super important for your growth as a performer, be it commercially, touring, or just community.
You know what? Darn it. At the beginning, I didn't say why it's important to have a social media, at least one social media. You need to have at least Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, something where people can find you when they look up, Google your name or social media to come and find you to hire you. We've gotten gigs from Facebook and Instagram, not our email.
And we get more gigs from Facebook and Instagram than we do ever an email. But coming
And
back to
probably-
emails,
and probably more from Facebook than we do Instagram.
check your messages, check your
emails and your
what's the ones that sometimes a business page or a venue will send you a request and it's in your hidden folders.
Yes.
Got to go back and check those. A lot of times it's just D-pics for us, but
yeah,
regardless who it is, it's
yeah.
But
so go look, because sometimes it's a venue,
an actual venue.
Yeah, and they've sent you a job request.
Yeah, and then the people sending you that icky stuff, make sure you block them and report them. Since you're already cleaning out that file, just block them and report them.
And that's, I think we're done, because that's
a lot.
A lot.
Any questions?
A lot.
Any questions? Just in general, even about the program in itself. We're going to try to do more classes. Unfortunately, we had a mentor.
Oh, yeah. We should kind of. Okay, so we've had a mentor drop. So in that, Bones and Gabby are going to be a little different with all the other proteges. We are still here for all of you guys, especially questions on music. Bones is definitely here for you. Canva, stuff like that. However, we can't. Him and I will not be looking at any of your acts. We can look at your costumes, stuff like that, send pictures.
Let's think more technical for us.
Yes, technical, because we are going to take on a team. So Bones and Gabby will be mentors. So we're going to be taking on our own team and having our own classes with them and getting them going. So we are coming in hot. That is our team name. Our tagline is Too Hot to Handle with Bones and Gabby and our legend Lisa Jordan. If you don't know who Lisa Jordan on Facebook, she is Joanne Kentworthy Logan. That's who that person is when she posts all these positive things and says good things about you. That is legend Lisa Jordan. And then right in front of you is legend Tiffany's not on this one. Okay, no, Mickey. And go ahead and unmute since she's on the call.
Yeah, she can. Say hi, everybody.
I'm still here. Hi, everybody. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stop.
Thank you, Gabby. Thank you, Bones. You guys are doing a terrific job. Thank you so much.